glitter and buttons to a clear box is a really fun way to customize a gift. Hello friends, May Flom here, and I found these adorable little heart-shaped boxes to put a gift in, to put treats in. I don't know, it can be anything we want, but I thought these would be adorable if they were topped with dress it up buttons. So here is how I'm going to make this happen. I am trimming off all of the shanks because we will want these buttons to lay flat, and I will be gluing them all. So we're going to get all of that trimmed off, and I will double check to make sure that they are nice and neatly trimmed, that there's no pieces sticking out, that there's, everything is nice and flat. You could also use some sandpaper to do this, or if you have a specialty shank cutter or some kind of cutters that are more flushed, you're welcome to do that. I just have a heavy duty pair of scissors that works really well. And once you get everybody flattened and ready, you're ready for the glue. Now I am going to be using E6000. It's a very common glue for this kind of a project. You are welcome to use whatever you have and whatever you would like. You just need something that will actually hold these down where you want them, how you want them. Before you get the glue involved though, I do recommend checking out how things look, how you would like things to be arranged, and just kind of double checking all your buttons that everybody is trimmed up and how you would like them, making sure that this project is going to be how you want it to be, how you envision it. Now, I'm doing that one needing a little extra trim, and I'm just checking everybody to make sure everybody looks good. I'm going to be gluing these all on, as I mentioned before, with some E6000. And this will have to set aside and dry before we do the next part. And I mention this because a lot of times projects, if they need dry time, I like to do these things in batches. So actually I will do a whole nother one of these containers with actually the Dress It Up woodland, little woodland critters for the holidays. So cute. Now, a couple of notes. When we're using things like E6000 or resin, which we're about to use, you want to be careful and look into safety as far as candies or food or anything like that that you might put in. You want to be careful when you're crafting, mixing crafting with food items, that you're following all the safety stuff and all of that. That disclosure done, we are going to be adding resin once this is dry, and I will explain in a moment. The way that this particular lid works, the inside of the lid has a little bit of a lip, but it is also not vital to how the container closes. So the container, the top of the lid actually fits inside, meaning it's the outside edge of this lid that is going to need to connect with the bottom piece. I mention that because we are not messing anything up by putting a little resin in here. What we are doing, as you can see, is covering up all the backs of all those buttons that are now cured and dried onto here. So as far as your resin, there's lots of different brands. There's lots of different types available. You'll want to do your due diligence and research how to best mix and prepare and store. I don't have gloves on today, but you should. Gloves are very good with resin. You do not want resin on your fingers, and that's just for sure. Because I was just mixing glitter, I'll be honest, because I was mixing glitter and I've done this a lot of times, I knew I'd be good to go. But normally, especially when I'm adding buttons and things to other projects, you definitely want to have those gloves on. So I'm just putting a very thin layer with some glitter and just making sure the glitter is moved all around and my resin is coating the entire inside of this lid. If it is, we set this flat, set it aside just like it is, set it aside dry at least overnight, sometimes a little longer. It depends on the weather and some other factors. And once it is cured, then you guessed it, you're good to go. But before we do that, I've got another one. So I did different colors of glitter just to see the difference. And you know what? I'm just going to tell you right now, this turned out even cuter than I thought. In fact, I'm going to be searching out more containers to do this with more things because it is so cute and it is really so easy. If you would like more resin crafting ideas, by the way, there's a link in the description of this video. If you're on YouTube, if you're on Facebook, then just go look at the video archives. There is an easy resin gifts video that goes into resin a little bit more and also doing some more things to it. In this particular project, it was just the icing on the cake because it would be so easy and so quick. And all I needed was a little glitter, although you could use other colorants and other items as well. And then once they're dry, here they are. They're all shiny. And look, this is the exciting part. Look at the fronts. We have this Christmas puppies with all the glitter showing through. Oh my gosh. All the glitter showing through, but not taking things over. My buttons they were supposed to be the star of the show. They are the star of the show. And the little micro hearts with the woodland critters, I just love that. And here you can see how it fits and what I was talking about how the outside edge of the lid is what goes down. Now, could you do this in the bottom of some kind of container? You could. Again, I give you the disclaimer that you need to be careful and heed all warnings about mixing crafts and products and things with food and anything else you might put in there. You always want to be careful with all of that stuff. But, oh my goodness, isn't this just, there's actually a little tiny ledge on this. I could have put resin on the front, but I love how they turned out. I love these buttons, and I'm so excited to fill these up with treats and gifts and give them to loved ones. I hope I have inspired you today to maybe put a little DIY in your gift packaging. Remember, tag Dress It Up buttons so that we can see what you've been creating. We always love seeing and hearing from you.